Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to It Must Be Sunday. So, which means hello, Christian. It's my nephew watching on. It must be Sunday. Let's chat. So, before we actually honor the amazing guest I have on, I just want to say a big love and light to everybody out there that is struggling through these COVID times. It's so important to get the jab. I've been jabbed. And also look out for each other by calling and making sure that our loved ones are safe and sound. It won't be long before we're out there again. Hi Charlie B. Oh my God, back from London. How you going? And so, look, I'm honoured tonight to have on the show an award-winning recording artist. He is Australia's Got Talent runner-up, if you remember that one, and he's also got a global success of over 20 million views of his award-winning music videos. So I think I'm waiting for him to join in. Let's have a look through this. Hi, Ruby Rose Management. I'm so proud to announce that Ruby Rose Management have come on board to manage me for the next 12 months. And so is Catch Your Music. So love to you guys. While we wait for Greg to join in, I want to say again, thank you so much for joining me on these Let's Chat shows. This is for you guys out there. I'm keeping you all connected with love and light. So it's so important to do that, I believe. Hi, Catch Your Music. Dylan Wright, the amazing Dylan Wright. Hello, Mr. Amazing. Love you, Dylan. Oh, hi, Ruby Rose Management. So much love in the room right now. And I think it's all because of our guest, really. Greg Gould, the amazing Greg Gould. He just keeps breaking grounds in everything that he does. Such an honor to call him my friend. Greg Gould, where are you? Well, I know he was charging his phone. He had a bit of a low battery. But talk to me, guys. Ask me a question prior to Greg Gould. What's your favorite Greg Gould song? Is there anything that, any questions you might have for him? This is the time because I'm actually reading all the comments as we speak. He's fashionably late. I mean, if you know Greg Gould, he's fashionably late. He's always late. Just saying. There you go. Ruby Rose Management. Catch Your Music. Always late. Oh, here he is, guys. He's fashionably late, but he's just going to join. Let me just get him on. How do I do this again? Okay, view. Oh, too many people talk. Okay, amazing. Greg Gould. He's just about to join in, I believe. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there he is.
I resemble that comment.
What comment?
That I am fashionably late. I resemble that, yes.
Baby.
Hello.
If anybody,
oh, I'm not sure these angles, darling. Trying to find the lights. Ooh. Hello, how are you?
I'm honored, Greg Gould, tonight. I mean, I was just, I don't know whether you heard, but I was just announcing you as an award-winning recording artist. Australia's Got Talent runner-up. I'm not sure, I can't remember what year that was, but that was when
2013.
There you go, 2013.
I feel so old. That's like what, 8 years ago?
Yeah, but
Wow.
since then you've done so much since then. I mean, a global success. Ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? 20 million views of your award-winning music videos all around the world. Congratulations. Your debut album, 1998, went to #1, not just in Australia, global success all over the world. Mate, top 10s in many European countries. I saw them. I couldn't make out the countries from the flags, to be honest, but I know there's a lot of...
You knew the Lebanese flag though, right?
Yeah, I did see the Lebanese flag. I'm sure you would have been there as well. But
yeah, well,
I mean,
I think you need to tell your cousins and your friends and all your people over there to start supporting my music. Can I just say really quickly, hello, Charlie. Who can I see? Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Daniel, my friend from Germany. Continue on. These are your fans, mate. Hello? What happened to you? Where's he gone? He'll come back, I suppose.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
No, that
Hello
was my
again.
alarm to make sure that I logged on. What was the question? Please repeat the question.
Yeah. So we're going to get our amazing friends, your fans, involved. So as soon as the question comes up, you can stop me.
Absolutely. You can ask tonight. I told you, open slather with Michael El-Basha. Hi.
Well, congratulations. Can I just say, congratulations on 500,000 Spotify. What is it? Spotify streams. Yeah.
2 million. Not 500,000. 2 million.
Yeah. Well,
2 million. Yeah. Thank you. It's a crazy world out there, the new music world, you know. I grew up, you know, with tapes, those little square things you used to put, you know, and if you wanted to piss off your brother and sister, you'd cut the tape or you'd squeeze the tape. And then we went on to CDs, but now it's a very much a streaming world. So to have that sort of platform and to be doing, you know, what I think is pretty okay on there is really special.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are special. But you know what? When I say special, I've seen you perform, Greg Gould, you know, and that was when the first time I saw you was at the Vineyards, and the amazing Shauna Jensen was,
Vanguard. Yeah. That was the very first Memphis show that I ever did. I did my Memphis tour, and Shauna Jensen tore it up that night. We did a fabulous duet of Aretha Franklin's "Ain't No Way," and that stage was smoking. Shauna just tore it up. It was amazing. That was one of my favorite gigs.
Amazing. I think you had Mel as well. Mel was backing singer, Mel Lewin, the amazing. And Carl Davila was there as well.
He was. It was like the dream team, an all-star band.
Yeah, and you got me up on stage. I don't know what you got me doing, but I was up on stage.
I got you up on stage to do "Under the Boardwalk, Out of the Sun." And I'm waiting for you. It was to see who was the most masculine. I don't think you won.
Oh no! I never do. It's okay. Thank you for
love Shauna. We love Shauna. Hi, Jane. Who else is there that I know? Hi to everyone that I don't know. Hello. Isn't this fun? Hello, Sia.
Hi, the love. Look at the love for
Shout
you,
out
Greg.
to one of my favorite drag queens in Sydney, Sia Tequila. She's fabulous.
Hi, Sia Tequila. Nice. I don't know who she is personally, but I want to get to know her. She's Greg Gould.
She's the next level. She's the future of drag.
Yeah, we love future of drag. Nice.
Hey, Ollie, my bass player is just tuned in. Hello.
So,
Shauna won.
There
was nothing to win. Bitch, that was my stage. She just came off as a special guest.
And can I just say, I'm going to take you back to that performance when I watched you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hail, Greg Gould. The energy, everything about you was just something special. Only people that have seen you perform live can actually try to describe the feeling that I had. You're just pure bliss, baby. Your energy, everything about it. You just give it the 150% all the time. So by saying that, I want to know, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Oh, many places. I think musically, Lauryn Hill, John Legend, gosh, Joss Stone, Aretha Franklin. I mean, my earliest, the two first albums that I ever bought, which was so monumental in my childhood, was Tina Arena's "Don't Ask" and Jenny Morris's "Shiver." Now, Jenny Morris's "Shiver" and I have history. She was like that album became, because I was severely bullied throughout all of my childhood, and that album became like a best friend. I said before that, you know, I used to listen to music on tapes, as we did, and I used to take that's how I actually realized I could sing. So I was in year 2, and it was show and tell, and I didn't know I could sing. I just, you know, sang in the shower, sang along on the radio with my mum and dad in the car, stuff. I didn't even realize what singing as a career was. So I brought in my first tape recorder, and the teacher goes, "Well, you can't just bring it in, you got to sing." And of course, in the tape deck was Tina Turner's "What's Love Got to Do with It." So here I am, this boy soprano going, "Oh, what's love?" And anyway, the teacher pulled my parents aside the next day and said, "I think your child is a star." So That was the start of the very beginning. And anyway, and so that very same tape deck I used to take around school, and Jenny Morris's Shiver was such a, I think it was probably the most influential album of my life, that album.
Well,
Did you know it?
you've got to, yeah, I don't know the album, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I need a break in the weather, trying to take a breath. Yeah.
You've got a lot of soul in your voice. I love it. You got soul. You got it's amazing, amazing vocal. I have to say, powerhouse vocal, mate. Live, whatever, recording studio, you still sound the same. And one of your favorites is your remake of Private Dancer.
Ah.
With Greg Gould.
So so Charlie Bear, Charlie Bear, just said, what song resonates with you the most? Yeah. What song resonates with me the most? I'm just gonna, because that's such a wide thing. I'm gonna say from that particular album, on the Jenny Morris album, there's a song called Humanity, and it's We'll Get By with Humanity, and it's that whole album has so many different layers to it, and that was that was like a real strength for me, that song. So I hope that answers your question.
Oh yeah, I know who Jenny Morris is now, by the way. She's a New Zealand.
Once in a while,
yeah,
you're gonna find her.
Yes.
She has to be loved.
Yeah, that's it. Got to be loved. Got to be loved. I better say that. Okay, now have you met Jenny Morris? Ruby Rose has just asked, have you met Jenny Morris?
Yes. Tanya Doko took me as her special guest to, I think it's called Art in Music, which is a foundation. They donate art for charity for kids with disabilities to learn music. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what the whole night was about. And I open up the program and it says presented by Jenny Morris, because she is such a philanthropist now. She has a thing in her voice now that she can't sing anymore. It's called spasmodic dysphonia. She's had it for quite some time, and she can hardly talk, and she can't sing anymore. She gave up singing. So, but she's now the head of APRA, and she does a lot of work with people like that. So when I opened up the program, I saw her name. I nearly died, because that's, to me, is like meeting my childhood hero. So anyway, Tanya introduced me to her afterwards, and I got to tell her that that album got me through so many hard times. Like, I don't think you understand. I was really like, I don't remember having one friend in primary school. I don't remember having a friend. So I would sit in the middle of the oval, because that's where I knew that the teachers could see me, and that's where I felt the safest. And I'd just put on music and escape, and I'd put on that album and listen to it every single day. And I said that to her, and her response was, "So how are you now?" What a sweetheart. I said, "I'm fine." And I cried, and it was beautiful.
Well, Dylan, Dylan Wright was on my show last week. He's a big fan of you. There's a lot of artists that love and adore you. So many respect you. So many want to work with you. Yeah. I'm going to mention. I've got a question here. I've got to mention probably a couple of your female artists, and I want you to describe them. I
thought you were going to say my female admirers. I was like, oh.
I'm sure they are as well. But they're female artists that I know that you know, and I want you to describe them. There's about 4 of them. Describe them in a couple of words.
Sure.
Mary Kiani.
Mother Earth incarnate. So can I embellish on that, or is it just I'm only allowed a couple of words? So she came in last minute on my album, because I felt like I didn't have the closing track of my last duets album, and I found this song called Closing Time, which is a rock song, and we stripped it back, and it's with Jordan Raskopoulos and Danny DeRoss, and then Mary came in last and put her vocal down, and I said to her, it was like Mother Earth sang on that record, and she really brought that record home and was the heart and soul of that song. So I love Mary Kiani.
We love Mary. And thank you, Lengaris, 2 Aussie gay legends. Yay!
Why am I not seeing I'm not seeing the comments anymore. I'm just seeing who.
Maybe your internet's a little bit slow in Melbourne.
Maybe it's because I got my Pfizer jab today. There's only so much 5G.
I saw that.
There's only so much 5G that I can take in one night. So I can't see your comments. So if someone says something, I don't know why. Can I read?
Hello, Don Tyre, one of my favourites, Diane Tyre. Oh, there, Mary Kiani's just joined in. And obviously Melbourne, the internet's not as best as Sydney. I think you might have to come back in. He's got. I think. Okay, he said Greg's coming over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about that. This is, Greg's the star. He's coming back on. I had to rejoin. Mary Kiani just joined in. Hi, Mary. Dion Ty. Hello. Okay, let's just see this one. Oh, Greg's, I've requested. Okay, where is it? Request again. I can't see it. Oh, there. Invite. Okay. Let's see this. So, hi, Mary. Gorgeous. I love you, Mary Kiani. Okay. Oh, he's back. Greg, guess who's just joined us? Mary Kiani.
Hi, darling. I hope you heard what I said about you. I love you. I'm seeing the comments now. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least we know that we're definitely live.
We are live. So Mary, Greg had a couple of words to describe you, darling. What was those, Greg?
I called her Mother Earth Incarnate.
There you go.
Hi, Sarah. Hi,
and also,
Sarah.
Okay, we've also got now, if I mention Shauna Jensen.
Powerhouse diva. In diva in a good way. I reclaim that word because I've been called a diva many times. And if you're going to be a diva, have the chops, baby.
Absolutely. Karina Grace.
Sweetheart. And again, she's another powerhouse.
Okay, two more. We've got Cosima DeVito.
Okay. I don't know if I can describe her in a couple of words, but I absolutely adore that woman. Superstar, ridiculous voice. She's like, to me, is like Australia's Celine Dion, but she's kind of in her own lane at the same time. I will say that I Want to Spend My Lifetime Loving You, which is our duet on my album. She literally did that in one take. She did the take, and then I was literally like, and then she goes, oh, I'll do it again. I'm like, do you need to? She was so phenomenal, and just a lovely, bubbly, beautiful person.
Yeah. And the last one, certainly not least for the moment, it would be Mel Lewin.
Mel Lewin, my bestie. She's just my best friend. So we've been best friends for 20 years. Her auntie is actually my singing teacher and was my singing teacher growing up. That's how I met Mel. And yeah, and then we've just been friends ever since. And we have a new single out called Millionaires, if you haven't heard it. It's my first country debut. I'm a country bumpkin for a second. Yeah. And she's a great singer and a great friend.
That's a collaboration for Friendship, for a Friendship Day, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. There was no one else I could have done that with. And it's actually, so it was written by Casey Chambers and Becky Cole about their friendship, but it actually pretty much sums that out because it kind of talks about one of us being the messy one, which is obviously not me, and one of us being, it's listen to the lyrics of the song. It's a very cleverly and beautifully written song.
Yeah, amazing. I want to say hello, Greg Woolley, one of my high school friends is on there as well. Hi, Greg Woolley.
Hello.
Yeah, everything.
Greg's a great name.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, now I want to talk about Peter Allen, the songbook, which stars Greg Gould.
Yes.
What can you tell me about that show, Mister?
So that was a sort of born out of COVID project that's been put on ice like everything else at the moment. But yeah, it was great. It's been wonderful to go down that rabbit hole of such an incredible catalogue of music. He was just a beautiful songwriter. My favorite song in the show is called Love Don't Need a Reason. And he wrote it because his partner, who passed away a few years before him, also from HIV, said, you haven't written me a song. You never wrote me a song. And the song, because he knew his partner was dying, goes, love is all we have for now. What we don't have is time. It's just like, he was such a poetic, beautiful songwriter. And it's really, really lovely to delve into these songs and make them my own and celebrate, the life of Peter Allen.
I love when you make the songs your own because you just go to that next level. I love
Sing the melody, Greg.
Absolutely, you nailed it. Look, let's talk about your number one album, 1998. Back again. You did the 90s. Are you a 90s kid?
I was born in 88, so I guess, 90s is what I grew up because my parents were listening to 90s music. So that was my first rule. I was really lucky to have both parents have good taste in music. My dad would listen to everything from Eagles to Fleetwood Mac to Dire Straits, and my mom, that was everything from Aretha Franklin, Elvis Presley. So I had some really, which pretty much is my Memphis show, which you saw. So yeah, but in terms of 90s music, which I do on that album, it's more what I was listening to at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But 98 was such a great year in music. It was like Billboard Music called 98 the best year of music in the 90s. And
Absolutely.
I happen to agree.
And you know what? I happen to agree with that too. I was a 90s growing up as well. There's a song that you sang, a duet, called The Boy Is Mine.
Yes.
Love that.
No, he's mine.
The Boy Is Mine.
No, he's mine.
Okay, you can have him.
I think you'll find that he's definitely mine. Yes. I can have him. Thank you. Yes, I did a version of Brandy and Monica, and we flipped it on his head. We did a ballad version of it with the fabulous Peyton from the UK. And he was actually, that was the last big gig I did before COVID hit, was Peyton came here for Mardi Gras 2020. Little did we know, like the streets were filled with people, as we can remember. And then like not even a week later, everything was shut down.
Yeah, I remember.
Joanne. Oh,
amazing.
yes. Someone. I don't know what Joanne means, but I love Joanne. If you're talking about my girl, Jackie Joanne.
Do you plan to release?
Someone just said, "Do you plan to?" Ruby Rose just said, "Do you plan to release any original music?" Absolutely, absolutely. It's a really hard time to be an artist right now, so I definitely want to make sure it's the right time to release some original music. But it's definitely a priority for me to do stuff. But I still have. I kind of want to do both. I love reinterpreting songs. It's been fun to do. You know, you mentioned Private Dancer. It's been fun to do the covers with. So at the beginning of the year, I got contacted by a UK label. It's actually the same label that look after Todrick Hall, named 45, and they said we've got this. We support LGBT independent artists. We've got this big Spotify playlists, and we want to commission you to do 5 covers, which is how this happened. So I did Private Dancer by Tina Turner. I've done I'm Out of Love by Anastasia, and I've got 3 coming out over the next month, which is Call Me by Blondie. I've done Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen, and I've done Stars by Simply Red for my mum, because that's one of her favorite songs. Yeah.
Someone's asked, "Hey Greg, do you remember me?" Ben Harris.
Yes, of course I do. And Ran, hello Ran.
Oh.
Ran was in my music video with Simon Dunn, played Simon Dunn's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Amazing actor. Oh. And yes, of course, Ben lived in the same town as me, and he was back when I did my hairdressing apprenticeship, we worked in the same shopping centre. He was a jeweler, and he's a big Rhonda Birchmore fan.
There you go. Leonie has joined in. She's the chair at 288.5 FM. Hi, Leonie.
Hey, girl.
There you go.
I need a real refill. What are you drinking?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I thought this was like get pissed and talk to Michael hour. No?
I don't have any alcohol. I've drank it all.
Yeah, Uber Eats that. You know you can Uber Eats that. I Uber Eats a bottle of gin last night.
Well, you know what? Congratulations. Let me announce. If I mention the word symphony, what goes through your mind?
Amazing, and like this new family that I've joined. It's like one of those dream gigs you get, and you go, oh my God, I've been asked to do this. You know, since moving to Melbourne, and I love Sydney. I've had so many great friends and so many great times in Sydney. But since moving to Melbourne, even in a pandemic, I've been asked to do so many cool things, and this is one of them. It's 64-piece orchestra, dance anthems, huge. Like we played Sydney Myer Music Bowl to like 5,000 people. We did the River Stage in Brisbane, and then in November and December we're doing the Rack Arena. I've never done an arena in my life. The Rack Arena in Perth and Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, and then we'll be touring it probably next year.
Wow.
So
I really want to see you in that.
Yes, you have to come to the Sydney one. I think there's definitely still tickets online. So symphony.com, I think. Yes, symphony.com. Yeah, so it's like 6 or 7 different vocalists. Connie Mitchell from Sneaky Sound Systems there. The Potbellies lead singer Elan's there. Emily Williams. Yeah, and then there's a DJs, there's orchestra. It's just fabulous. There's a light show. It's quite phenomenal. It's one of those pinch me gigs.
Oh, I can only imagine you going off there. I can see you.
I have 2 really great songs. I I open the show actually, which is such an honor. I do you don't even know me. You said that I'm not living right. Do you remember that song?
Yes, of course I do. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
You're like, excuse me.
I was melting in your voice then. Do it again.
And the second song I do halfway through, like towards the end of the show is, and it goes off every time. If you look online, there's a video of me doing disco spins in it because it just takes me to like this other place. Is no, I said it's true. Can you feel the love? Can you feel it too? I can feel it all by Rudimental. It's heaven.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I can't wait to see
Hello,
that.
shout out to the Sullivans. Hello, Liz, Greg, and the two kitties. They're tuning in from Sydney.
Hello, yay. In lockdown?
In lockdown.
Okay.
Who's not in lockdown right now?
You've been so busy in lockdown. You haven't stopped recording. I know you're recording a new song with Cosimo DeVito. I saw that. I saw.
Or is it it's actually a single version of the same song. So we're doing a brand new take on it with full production because my last album was an acoustic album. We want to release it as a single. So yeah, but wait till you hear it. I've heard the first mix. It's epic. So it's being currently produced.
Amazing.
Yes.
What
I feel like 2020, I did what most of us did and just ate and drank my way through the year. But then New Year's hit and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do that for another year. So even if things fall on their heads, I'm going to stay busy, keep recording, get creative. And I've been so creative this year. Even though things that I've worked on really hard have just completely been cancelled, what else would I have been doing? At least I stay creative, right? 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to see what you got in the pipeline. I know you're going to be smashing it next year once we're out there. You know, it's in time.
I feel like we all are. We're all like eager to get out there and connect again and perform and just take over the world that is on fire.
Yeah. And if you could explain to me in one word what goes on in the body, inside of you when you're performing, what's the word that goes in? I know you last time.
All I know is it brings out, I just feel very at home on stage. I feel like it's what I was born to do. I feel like I was born to entertain people and put on a show and sing. I think I was naturally given that gift to perform. So, it's a dream come true to be able to do it for a living.
I can see, you're a born entertainer, you're a born musician, you're a born artist. I freaking love you, Mr. Greg Gould. The last time we saw each other was in Melbourne, and we did the 60 seconds with me. Remember
you snuck here, like in the middle of one of the lockdowns.
I was so grateful. And then I met someone that's very special in your life. I'm going to call him, you call him Bubbles.
I call him Bubba.
Oh, Bubba, sorry. Bubbles
Bubba.
is me. Get it.
And I don't know whether it's from too much alcohol during lockdown, but it's now what is COVID doing? It's metastasis. No, what's it's mutating. Is that what it is? So his name to Baba Nana, and I think it's just because when he's drunk he can't say it, but he goes Baba Nana Nana. Yeah, Baba Nana.
How is your Baba? How is the Baba? I know that you love him so much.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
I think there's a delay now. We've somehow picked up a delay, but that's okay. I'll try not to talk over you, and you try not to talk over me.
No, okay.
He's good. Now you go. He's really good. Brad's good. I don't know what I would have done without him. I really feel for people that don't have someone, that are living alone, but it's also a testament to our relationship. We're 2.5 years in, and if we can survive living every day together like this, then I think that, there's a future. If he can put up with me for this long by myself, then I think there's a bright future.
I love you guys together. I've met him, and I was so grateful to meet him at the recent trip. And we hung out a lot together. So good with Karina Grace. I love her. I love you guys. And he was just an awesome. You guys have this amazing connection. And I just wanted to. I know he fulfills you in so many ways. And I see your beautiful post about him. It kind of melts me. So I just wanted to say
he's a good egg, and I think we complement each other really well. We're very similar in some ways. Like he comes from a musical background. He was a horn player and a classical musician. So you can imagine the conversations we have over music, especially being that I'm a very non-conventional, not classical musician. He's very strict with time, and I'm very like swing it out like a jazz singer. But he's I'm a creative. He's a different kind of creative. I'm a very fluffy, airy, like all over the shop kind of person, and he's very regimented, and he has routine, and he's got he works in the car industry, and it's a really nice compliment, and he kind of, if anything, pulls me back to earth a bit, which is really nice. And I think we us entertainers need that.
But you know what? You are so down to earth. You're beautiful. You're humble. You never change, Greg, and that's why I love you. You're one of my favorites, absolute favorite, and I love you so much. You know, and I want to ask you, who's the most famous person that you have met, and who would you like to meet and work with?
I'm going to play my Spice Girl card and say that probably the most famous person was Jerry Halliwell. And she was fabulous, and I adore her, and I want to be her. And who would I like to work with? I would have loved to have worked with Amy Winehouse. I think she would have been phenomenal. But living? I don't know. Maybe Emily Sandé. Do you know who Emily Sandé is?
Yes, I do.
You heard that song, Next to Me. Yes. Ooh. She's a really cool songwriter, and that album was phenomenal. Her first album called, if anyone's watching and wants a good record to put on and have a glass of wine tonight, it's called Our Version of Events, and the whole album was phenomenal.
Amazing. You know what? I'm sure she'd love to work with you as well. You've worked with the crop of the entertainment industry, mister. They all love to work with you. I'm
very blessed. A Scottish lassie, yes. Oh, yes. I'll be your clown. Yes, Mary County. If anyone has any questions, please feel free.
Yes, feel free.
Ask away. I'm an open book tonight. I've had 2 gins and I'm ready for action. I would love to write with you, Mary County. I think we'd write a really cool song together. She's got a great ear. Love the album, great singer. Oh, thank you. And Charlie actually came to a few of my shows, but came to my Peter Allen show. Yeah, him and his partner Rob. Yeah.
Amazing. Who's the most famous person in your phone? Michael El-Bacha, of course.
Michael El-Bacha. I don't even know. Probably Maxine from En Vogue.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Maxine.
Maxine.
That's not gin. Yes, it is gin. That is gin. Someone said that's not gin. That is gin with pink flamingos on the cup. Blame Dolly Diamond. I live in her house now, and it's all hers. It's gin. It's rhubarb gin, actually, with fever tree tonic water. And if you haven't tried that, it's going to change your life. And it's got fresh blackberries in it.
Oh. Mary County's doing my college work at the moment, playing with my new Mac and Logic. What a superstar she is, this woman. Love her.
Heaven. If you can get around Logic, good. Teach me. Because because of these lockdowns, I've actually had to order my own home. I've saved as much as I could at this time with no work. I'm getting a home studio put in here so I can record if I need to. So I'm going to have to learn to be my own self-sufficient recording artist.
Look, You're going to be busy, Greg. You're going to be working with Mary County. Let's make some new music. Yeah!
Imagine how it feels.
You know what?
I want Mary to do an acoustic version of that, like a 2022, maybe a 2023 World Pride, Sydney Pride acoustic or 2021 remix, a new version of her big hit, I imagine. I reckon that's on the cards. 2023 World Pride.
Yeah, that was all my questions. If I mention 2023, what comes to your mind?
2023, definitely I think of World Pride. But then I'm actually going to look at going overseas. Because the world will be in a better place then. And I want to really look at the European market and probably do some European prides and do the Pride circuit and go over there for summer. So I'm going to do World Pride here in Sydney, of course, and do some fabulous stuff for that, and then head over. It's in the making. She's already doing it. I knew she would be. And then head to Europe. Are you doing a Midsummer gig and MG gig next year, 2022? Yes, I'm working on it. it's kind of like, as I said, everything's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So some projects that you work on fall and then make room for other things. So it's next year I've got a bit of a roadmap, but it's a bumpy one at the moment because I don't really know what's going to work and what's not going to come off. But I know I've got some touring. I'll definitely be doing a lot more live singing next year, and I've got lots of recordings coming. And I've got a few original dance tracks coming too that are rocking. I actually put a little sample of one of them on my Instagram story tonight. So if you want to have a listen, there's a track that I'm doing with Moban Master. Moban Master did the first big hit remake of So Baby If You Want Me.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You got to show me love.
Well, we've got 6 minutes. So would you like to do an a cappella or something? I mean, there's amazing people out there watching.
Hey, I'm not a human jukebox. What would you like to hear?
Whatever you want to do. I'm just giving. I'm putting
Maybe
it
you
out
can
there.
ask if anyone has any other questions.
Questions?
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's going to be asking questions.
Yeah. Well, where's my 60 seconds? Where's my 60 seconds with Michael El-Bacha?
60 secs with me. When I say sex, I mean seconds.
I think we should do a live 60 secs, down.
Oh, yeah, let's go 60 secs with me. Okay. 60 secs with me live. Okay. So if you were invisible, where would you go?
Not anywhere with lockdown. Out of lockdown. Probably somewhere I've not been yet that I really want to go, which is Paris.
Okay, Paris, yes. Under the tower. I'll meet you underneath the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, yes. Except I'm probably going to take my boyfriend, but you know, tag along.
Would you do another duet with Joanne?
Would I do? Did someone say that? Oh, I would love to do another duet with Joanne. We've often talked about writing together, so that's definitely on the cards. I love Joanne. I love working with Joanne, so 100%. Hello, Nerida Abdullah. Hello, darling. I used to sing with Nerida's daughter when we were growing up.
Yeah, and Mr. Harvey, Nathan Harvey has joined in too.
Who else can I see there? Anyway, yes, next. 60 seconds is going fast.
What else is there? Can I ask you? Okay, Jakey Quid. Hello, mate. He's the boxer, mate. He's an amazing Jakey. I know him. Hello, Jakey.
Look out, Rocky.
Whoa. If you could duet with one person right now, who would it be?
You.
Yeah.
Look, I've definitely got some more collaborations in the works, and I think I've considering I just did a duets album, maybe I should work on some solo material.
And talking about, Ruby Rose has asked, who is your favorite from the 1998 album? Ooh.
Oh, are you allowed to have favorites? There's so many. I really enjoyed working with Anaya Day. She was amazing. I learned so much from her. I love the duet with Cosima. I love that I got to do a duet with my best friend of 20 years, Mel. I loved working with Joanne. But if I had to pick a favorite song, that's probably easier because I loved working with everyone on that album. It was a great experience. Probably Bittersweet Symphony because I was recording that song when my stepmom passed away from cancer. And the whole album was dedicated to her because the album got put on hold. Because I don't know if you know this, Michael, but the whole idea with that album, 1998, is I was going to release it in 2018, which would have been the 20th anniversary of all of those songs. It was like 20 years in the making. But then we lost my stepmom during the making of the album quite quickly after diagnosis. And so I hit pause on the record and then we released it in Armageddon in 2020. But yeah, so that song is very special to me because it was when we hit pause on the album, and it really does sum up, you know, the lyrics saying it's a bittersweet symphony, this life, you know.
Well, you know what, you're so special. I know we're running out of time. We've got a couple of minutes to end this, but before I end it, I want to say this, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for always supporting it. You're always so supportive of independent artists and LGBT artists and musicians and artists and, you know, you name it. And you are really a community hero, man.
Oh, you're making me blush. I love you.
It's true. I don't know anyone that is more supportive, both online, in person, out and about when we can be out and about. You're a sweetheart.
Oh, thank you so much. You're the sweetheart. Without you, there's no me. Without me, no you. I just love the connection. You're absolutely amazing. But you're a superstar. Greg Gould, you are the man, mate. You're killing it. I cannot wait to see next year because you're going to go to the next level. You're a worldwide success. I absolutely love you. Now,
It would just be nice to be able to do a gig now without me being cancelled, and then I'll take over the world.
we'll go there. How can your fans stay in touch with your work?
Either on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I might look at doing TikTok next year. Moving up in the world. Or probably the easiest way is just to go to my website, which has everything, which is greggould.com.au.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend, sweetheart. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me on Let's Chat, and can't wait to give you a hug when I see you next.
Big squishy ones. Bye, darling.
Love you guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Greg Gould. Okay, thank you guys. And I can just turn this off, I think, somehow.